I got a demo yesterday, everyone, and it's been on my mind ever since because I'm just like I'm so impressed by it.
My name is Rachel Lynette, and I've been selling with Teachers Pay Teachers since basically it started forever. And a few years ago, I wanted to put my task cards into an app. And I thought I would have to like hire somebody from India because I don't know how to do that. But I was talking to my friend Marna, and she said, hey, I know these people who have already done that. They've already made a fabulous educational app called Mathtopia. You need to meet Mary and Eric. And I did. And so Boom was born. But so if you're like me, maybe sometimes you make a typo and somebody catches it later and they say, you've got to fix this. And of course you want to fix it as soon as possible. And we know how that goes on Teachers Pay Teachers and what that means with your PDF and everything else. Well, here's how you fix it on Boom. You go find the card and you fix it. You just change the F to a T or whatever the mistake is. You fix it. And maybe while you're in there, you don't like the clip art and you want to change it out. You can do that too. When you do that, it instantly populates to each and every card that is out there. So if there are thousands of teachers out there who have bought it, they all get the fix immediately.
Okay, so you can change, let's say text is the same on every card. You can change it one time and it will go to the whole file?
If it's on your template card, so say it's in your instructions and your instructions are the same on every card. You change it in what we call the template card, which I'll be showing you in a few minutes, and then it will change on every template card, but it might just be in one card, like maybe it's an answer that has an issue. Maybe you spelled the word, dog wrong, which I really hope you didn't, but if you spelled the word dog wrong, you can go back and you can change it just on that card. But whatever you do, it will populate wherever it is in the universe, in the Boom universe. So
that would save a ton of time.
It's huge. I love it. And also for updating, right? I mean, so I was one of the first people to make cards on Boom. As a result, my cards are pretty dated because people discovered how to do really cool stuff that we just didn't know how to do, or there were tools that weren't available then. And so sometimes, and I haven't gone back and done them all, but I really need to go back and fix some, and I can do that. I can, get rid of an ugly color or put in better clip art or get rid of really weird backgrounds that I had and make them simpler.
So are you going to take us through?
Yes. And are we ready to do that now?
We are.
I'm so ready.
All right, I'm going to share. So this is my studio, my author studio, and here's my picture. And when you get your author studio, then you will have your picture here, which is lots of fun. Well, you'll have to put it there. There are 3 ways to make a deck. So these are ones in development, and these are decks. You can all see my cursor, right? Is that right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Good. Okay. So the first way that you can make a deck is you can start from scratch. You can hit New Deck right here. And you are going to get this tool right here, which is not as complicated as it looks. Don't worry. This is your template card, and this is the card that's going to repeat throughout your deck. And you want to add elements to it. You've got a whole bevy of them here, and then you have some more tools here. The first thing that I usually do is put a background on it. You can use a background image, but I'm going to keep things really simple by using a color, and I'm just picking a color. So now we have a background color. These are, and I'm going to kind of I'll just talk about each of these. Text box, you can put in a text box. So you could use this for all kinds of things, but you could make your instructions like choose the noun. And then you can change the font. Whoops, let's get the whole thing. And you can upload any font that you have permission to use on Boom that you own. I'm really into KG, that teeny tiny font. It's really clear. I don't know what, I just love this font. You can change the size, you can change the color, you can do all kinds of things, and I'm not going to do that stuff right now because I want to keep it simple. You can move it wherever you want it. You can do all kinds of things with it, but I want to show you so many more things. Student responses. You've got lots of choices. You can do a fill in the blank. When you're doing a fill in the blank, you use this tool to put the right answer in so that students get immediate feedback. You can also do it open-ended. We're not going to do that right now. I'm going to get rid of it. You can do multiple choice pictures. So these, you could put a picture for each of these. Maybe you want to do a square, rectangle, circle, and choose the shape, or you want to do some anatomy lesson, or I don't even know what. I actually don't use pictures much, but you certainly can. You're not limited to 4. You can make more. You can make less. You can have more than one wrong answer. I'm going to come back to this one. If you don't want to use that grid at all, you can use buttons. You can change the color, you can change the font, so don't worry about the fact that this button is a color. You can change the font. You can get rid of the font. You can overlay a graphic on top of it so that they're choosing like in a frame or an ice cream scoop. That's how you make things pretty. And if you want to say we had 2 of these buttons, so we duplicate it. And I realize this is really ugly. I'm not trying to be pretty. You can make one of them right, and you can make one of them wrong right up here. And then when they play, these will be right and wrong. But we're not going to do that either, because I'm going to show you the really easy way. The easy way is to use this multiple choice grid. You can add more to them. You can make 6, you can make 8, you can make 10. This has 1 correct answer right here and 3 wrong answers, but you can have more than 1 wrong correct answer just by doing this and making it correct. Now we have 2 correct answers, even though it says wrong. It's actually correct, but I'm going to change it back and make it wrong again. So you would then put your words in here. You know, you would put, this is the right answer. So we'll put dog and we'll put run, because I want to run this card. So I'm going to actually put things in, and we'll put pretty, and we'll put C. Okay, so now we've got 1 right answer and 4 wrong answers. We can do anything we want to this. We can change the color of it. We can change the frame. We can change all these to colors. We can change the fonts. So I'm not going to do any of that because it'll take forever. Well, it won't take forever. It's actually really fast, but we can do all those things. You can also stretch these out to make sentences. And actually on the free set of mine, they're fact and opinion, and you'll see sentences because I did sentences on that one. So if you want to have a really long one, or you can make them short, you can change these here. I'll just change it and all. You can do it like this. You can stretch it out.
So Rachel, when you're doing all the creative aspects, right, and you're getting your card set up, is there something like at the end that you have to lock it, or is it automatically going to happen?
It's just all there. You don't have to lock anything. You don't have to save anything. It just does it. It's like magic. Also put in pictures. So these are just some pictures I have. I'm going to put in an ice cream scoop because it's easy. So
we all like ice cream, right?
Anything, but you can put in pictures, and you can put in as many as you want. You can duplicate them and put in lots of pictures. You can do whatever so you can do that. You can put in sounds. I personally have not worked with sounds. I have heard that foreign language teachers love them. You can work with video. You can download, you can embed video from let's see, YouTube and Vimeo.
YouTube and Vimeo, all of our creation tutorials, so they go into a lot more detail on all of these elements that Rachel's highlighting. And when you have a moment, Rachel, can you pop it up with the details?
Yes, let's look at details. So here's details. What do we want to look at?
Go to grades, the first tab, please. So at the bottom there, you'll see that you can set decks to 2 types: randomized cards. So you can have it turn on with randomize. And if you choose randomize, you can have it not randomize a set number of the cards. So you can say, don't shuffle like the first 10. So that's great if you want to mix lesson plus review and have the review questions shuffled. We also have this concept called flow magic. That's really great if you want to do like a choose your own adventure. And can you click browse under acknowledge boom sellers?
Where? Oh, right. Of course. This is a good one.
If your image or font creator, and KG is on here, is on boom, you can just click them, give them credit, and their cute little logo will show up.
Actually, let's do this one.
And then you click the add acknowledgement.
And then let's see what it did. And then she is right here. And you can, and somebody can, who's looking at this, can click right to her and see her stuff. Oh yeah, and before, you can also add acknowledgements here. Like if you got your clip art somewhere else. I just want to talk about, before I demo this card, which I realize is not real pretty, there's also drag and drop, which I'm not going to demonstrate. It's not hard, and there is a video on it. But these are for the drop zone. You can, so I could set this up as a drop zone, and we could drag this to it if we wanted to. So that's another thing we can do. But if you want to add another card, all you do is say add card. Now I've got 2 cards in my deck, and I could change. So for the second card, I could say verb. And I could change all these, but we actually have a verb. We have 2 verbs, so I better change one of them to something else. Cat. And I could change these fonts. I realize that they're very basic. So now we have 2. Oh, I have to do one more thing. Actually, I did this wrong because the right answer is always in this box.
Okay.
So this should be run, and this should be cat right here, because this is choose the verb, right? So it's going to randomize it. It doesn't matter that I'm always in the left. So I think we are ready to, and I could just keep adding cards for as many as I want. I could change out these ice cream scoops and get a different color or whatever I want. I can change anything I want. And then you could add another card and add another card and so on. So let's see what this looks like to the viewer, to the kids. So you've got kids, they're gonna play. This is what they're gonna see. Choose the verb, and it randomizes the cards as well as the answers. So it did randomize it because it's not in this space anymore, but let's just choose this one and see what happens. I'm a kid, I don't know what a verb is. I press dog. Oh, it's wrong. Wait a minute, it's right. I did something wrong. Okay, I did something wrong and I don't know what I did. Run, right? I don't know what happened there. So something, oh, I was supposed to choose this one, but if I choose this one, yeah, that's what's supposed to happen. I'm not sure what happened there. But, and then we choose the, and then if I choose this one, that's wrong. And here's, so there's something wrong. Did I not? I don't want to spend a lot of time on this, but where's dog? Was it dog both times?
I'm not
Oh,
sure.
look, dog is a right answer. I didn't take dog off.
Well, you know what? Let's say dog is a verb because you can dog someone by like.
Yeah, you could, but I just made it wrong. So this was user error.
Because you know what? In my class, I would have a child argue with me. Dog is a verb.
So now it's gonna work. So look, pretty should be wrong, dog should be wrong, but run is correct. And I'm just not getting this right at all. But what's great is I can fix it really easily and make it correct. So I got confused because I'm nervous being on whatever, but here we go. Wrong.
It's okay, yeah.
Right. Okay.
Like we said earlier, if Rachel was having a crazy day where she accidentally got one of her slides wrong, and then she gets feedback. See this little blue thing in the bottom corner? Rachel, can you click that little feedback guy down there
Right
on
here.
the bottom left? You can, and click type other. Your users can say, hey, something's wrong in a card.
Wrong answer is factual.
And
Okay,
then we
I
can
see.
fix it, which makes
Then
life
you can
really
go
easy.
fix it and respond and say, thank you. It's all fixed now.
Makes it
And,
really easy.
a teachable moment, if you're a teacher in a classroom and this happens, you reward the child for realizing that the answer, you turn it into a moment of,
Yes.
Exactly.
And yes, and people do that for my products. So let's get the right one. So this time, the noun, so we're gonna get this one, right? And it did randomize it. And I only have 2 cards, so we're gonna go back. Another thing you can do is clone a deck. Like these context clues, I have 3 context clues. I made one and then cloned the next 2 because they look really similar. But let's say that I wanna clone this. I can clone the entire deck or just the template card. I always just clone the template card. Now this is a copy of character traits. And so I can come up here to details and I can rename it, and I'm gonna call it inference, and then I don't have to do anything. I don't have to save, I just do this. And then I can come up here and change this to inference. I can change the color. I can change, I'm just randomly doing stuff. I can change
oh my God, this is such a time saver. This is like,
I can change this clip art to maybe this little thought bubble.
yeah,
So I can change anything. And now, of course, it will populate my new changes. Oh, that orange on blue is not pretty. But then you can add it and then I can just keep going. So that's a real shortcut to be able to clone. So that's another tool that you have. Then the last thing I want to show you is something that a lot of sellers do, and I haven't learned to do this yet, but it's so smart. And we're going to go to the store for this because the demo I want to use is from Della Larson, who is amazing. If you use primary products, you should be using Della's for little guys. So this is a set by Della Larson, and everything but these moving pieces she made in either Keynote or PowerPoint or Illustrator, whatever she uses. I'm guessing it's PowerPoint. And she made this whole chart. She made all these cute gingerbread things. So this is just a background. And then she inserted it into the background of her slide. So I did a color. You could do this background or any background. Then to play, all you do is you move the pieces. And she made the pieces moving. And there's a video on how to make moving pieces. Notice that when you do a moving piece, it lights up, the field lights up. And you can put this in, and we're gonna get it wrong to see what happens when we get it wrong. You have to hit submit, and it says, whoops, oh, something went wrong. I guess I better put another one in. And I can put it in anywhere I want, which is really cool. Now, if Della wanted to, she could have made it so that you have to put it in up in this upper left, but she didn't. You can put it anywhere you want. And you can even kind of get it on the line, which is good because, you know, kindergarten. So we'll get that one right. So that's another way you can create. You can create in PowerPoint and then just put it on. And that's how a lot of primary sellers and other sellers are getting really, really beautiful ones like this, or like upper grades in high school. You could do a whole anatomy thing with drag and drop with a complicated picture. So this has a lot of potential as well.
Our YouTube channel has a bunch of tutorials. So all of our FAQs are over here. We store them on Freshdesk, which you access. So you can get to Freshdesk from there. And probably the best way to do it is just search on clip art. And you can see
I love that.
It's
like a knowledge database. That's awesome.
It's a knowledge base.
We
have what clip art image sellers need to know. We also have a permissions granted or denied list, and we have some information on acknowledging clip artists. So this is a list of people, including Amy at Glitter Meets Glue, who have given permission on use of their clip art on Boom Learning based on what they know about the
And
platform.
she's in the audience too tonight. I saw that.
I would like to point out that there are many names you will notice. I see Melon Heads and Krista Walden and Whimsy Clips is in there. She was one of our very first ones. Lots of familiar names that Whimsy Workshop and Zippity Doodah. So lots of names that you know and love are here. And Ashley Hughes, she was an early sign-on. So that's nice to have. Oh, a 3 a.m. teacher and KG Fonts. All of those have given permission, and more are just coming on every week.
I have a lot to think about now. I'm actually picturing how I would use what I'm currently using in Google Slides, which I think is going pretty well, but how I could even go better with the Boom Learning. It won't be as tedious maybe to create in Boom Learning. Yeah, is that the good?
Yeah, another thing is, the kids can't mess it up. They can't, like if you put in a fill in the blank, box, the kids cannot mess with it like they can in Google Slides.
I know.
Or if you have some some elements that aren't locked down in the background, they can't mess it up. So your cards are always going to be pristine. Or, you hear stories about sellers who messed up and they didn't do the copyright in Google Slides, and now somebody has messed with the master.
That's happened to me.
Yeah, that's not going to happen here.